Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, I'm going to play a little Izzet Prowess. So, I mean, everyone knows about this deck already, probably top tier in the metagame, but I wanted to try it myself because I haven't played just the Prowess version forever, but I got beaten up by it like every day. So, one of the new cards that we got from, well, there's a few new cards that we got from Strixhaven. Flow State, everyone's already know, it's a really good card in all the Izzet combinations and all the blue decks that just sling a bunch of spells. This is a 2-mana stock up, which lovely, right? We also got Impractical Joke, which a lot of people are running. I think it's okay. And 1 mana, 3 damage is nothing to shake our fist at, but it is a okay damage dealer because it can also deal damage to planeswalkers, right? So 1 mana, 3 damage, but it's sorcery speed, so that's painful. It is sorcery, which allow us to potentially flow state if we only have instants in the graveyard, so that is an additional bump to its viability. But the biggest thing that we got in the Prowess is new Cori-Steel Cutter, Emeritus of Conflict. That's obviously not as good as Cori-Steel Cutter, but a 2-mana 2/2 first striking wizard that if we play 3 spells in a turn becomes prepared with a lightning bolt. So this is potentially unlimited lightning bolt because honestly, right, the Emeritus lightning bolt is a spell itself, and that means that after we play lightning bolt, if we just play 2 other spells like we normally do with a Cori-Steel Cutter deck, we will get another lightning bolt. Not a Prowess 1/1 attacking creature, but another lightning bolt that we can, sling again and keep chaining that. And playing 3 spells in a Prowess deck is very easy, especially if you Boomerang Talent your Stormchasers, or Boomerang Basics your Stormchaser's Talent, then you just get that on going again. Right, so that is the new card that I want to try in this deck to see if it works. And this is the whole deck list. So turn 1, we got our 4 Stormchaser's Talent. That's what we want to play on turn 1 if we're on the play. On the draw, maybe we just hold up Burst Lightning for interaction. But along with that, we have other things we can do. Right, so if we don't have Stormchaser's Talent, we can also play our new Sleight of Hand. Pretty good card. Never seen it before, right? Look, it's got the Mystical Archive. Look at the top 2 card and put a 1 in your hand. Never done before in the history of Magic. So yeah, I mean, this is obviously it's a reprint, but I like the art. Anyways, here's 4 opt. Also can be played on turn 1. Instant speed, so you can hold it up and pretend like you have interaction with your opponent. The actual interaction we do have 2 bounce offs. Sometimes it's good just to bounce off like a Land War Elf to slow our opponent down without our Burst Lightning. We're only running 3 Burst Lightning in the deck because we're also running 2 Impractical Jokes to burn our opponent's creatures if we need to. We have 4 Boomerang Basics. Don't let the Boomerang Basic combo fool you into thinking you need it with Stormchaser's Talent. Sometimes just a 1 mana bounce. That's not too bad, right? A 1 mana Boomerang is not a bad card. I remember back in, when I first started playing Magic, we have 2 mana Boomerang that can bounce a land, which is insane. They took that out, so now it's a 1 mana that bounces non-land. Not as good, but, if you bounce your own stuff, you draw a card. That is what makes it useful. And then we have 1 Spell Pierce. If we're trying to go wide, or they have a Lightning Helix or something, and we need to counter it, Spell Pierce will do the job. If we're trying to go wide, and they have like a Day of Judgment, right? Or we have a Slickshot Show-Off, and they have Lightning Helix. Spell Pierce will do the job. Maybe. So that's only 1 off in the deck. Not gonna rely too much on that. And then we have our 2 mana plays. 2 mana plays, of course, Slickshot Show-Off. The best way to do that, turn 2, is to plot it. And then turn 3, play the 0 mana Slickshot and play 3 spells and make a big attack. Or you can also play Emeritus of Conflict. Just throw it out there if you have it. It doesn't matter if your opponent kills that. The Emeritus is a threat that is a diversion, right? If your opponent kills the Emeritus, you don't feel too bad about that. We have 4 Flow State. That's gonna help us refuel. 2 mana, draw 2 card is very, very good. And then we have 1 Get Out, just a small counterspell. A lot of decks are playing enchantments, so the counterspell could also help. But we can also bounce our own Stormchaser's Talent as another, get out target if we need to. The biggest thing this get out is supposed to target is Caveros. So that can help us counter Caveros on turn 4 and probably push for lethal if we want to do that. And then we also have 1 Furnace, a Roaring Furnace that can deal damage that we can unlock later for a Steaming Sauna to keep us drawing cards. I looked at a lot of deck lists. They all run this, so I'm going to try it. I don't think this is going to be that impactful, but you never know. And then finally we have 4 Eddymurk Crab. So we are playing a lot of instants and sorceries, throwing them into the graveyard and all. So the Crab can help us crab out people. Then we're Izzet Prowess, so 20 lands is probably enough. We have 6 islands. Lots of the deck is blue, not that many red, so just islands is enough, especially because we got 4 River Pyre Verge that defaults to red. Alright, we got 4 Spirebluff Canal, 4 Sting Vents for all the fast lands, and even 2 Multiversal Passage, so that we have technically 6 shock lands in the deck. And that's the whole idea of Izzet Prowess. Very straightforward deck. I think everyone's used to it by now, but I do want to see how well the Emeritus can do in this shell. So let's get into the games and see how well we will do. Alright, our opponent is Jonulas. Jonulas. He's gonna go first, unfortunately. This is a terrible hand. We got 2 Boomerang Basics and an Opt. I mean, I probably should mulligan for talent, but since we're going second anyways, I don't know if it's gonna matter. Alright, I want to be able to Opt, so let me pay the life. Yeah, I drew the 20 lands. I drew 4 lands in a deck out of like 8 cards. That's half. Went from 20 lands to 30 lands in a deck instantly. That's fun. They're Caveros. We're gonna Opt. I don't know. Do I want to spell Pierce? I mean, it doesn't tempo. Neither does a second Slickshot, but oh boy, okay. Well, it is what it is. Looks like we're gonna have to face that. Spell Pierce would help here, but I mean, he's not gonna play the Awakening, so I don't know if that matters too much. Okay. Well, isn't this fun? Alright. So I say we just go. Slickshot. Slickshot. We'll get a Slight. He'll probably make us discard a Stormchaser's Talon, but at this point, nothing we can do. Nothing we can do. Alright. Here comes the seat. He gets to bounce and discard a card. Actually, no, he's not too blue. So he can only bounce. No, yeah, he can only make us discard. Which is unfortunate, but you know, let's face it. It could have been a lot worse. Maybe he doesn't Cavero. Maybe he tries to kill one of the Slickshots. He does try to kill one of the Slickshots. Alright. Discards a land, too. I don't know if you want to do that. Attacks. Cool beans. We drew another land. Am I gonna draw another land? I draw another Slickshot, but I don't know if I want to play the Slickshot, right? Because I'm still pushing for damage, even if it make me discard my Stormchaser's Talent with the Deceit. So if I discard the Stormchaser's Talent, I get to push an extra. No, I don't think that's right. Yeah, I don't think that's right. So we'll do it this way. Verge again. Stormchaser's Talon again. And with Boomerang Basics, so I can deal 9 damage this turn. If he plays Caveros to make us discard our Stormchaser's Talent, I think our Slickshot was just lethal. Yeah, put him to 3. Let's go. I drew another land, by the way, so I guess now he can make us bounce a thing and then kill a thing. Or bounce a thing and then make us discard, right? If that's what he wants to do. Obviously, still not very easy. Alright. Bounce. What? The Otter or a Slickshot? Bounce or a Slickshot, so the Otter is still on the board. He sees 2 Slickshots. Discards. What? Okay. I still have the talent. I don't think you want to do that. Maybe he has a removal? One can only imagine that the card left is a removal. Because this is just... I make another Otter. You gotta kill it. It's probably a Hex. No, not a Hex. You're dead. GG. You didn't bluff your way through that. Alright, our opponent is Byron, not Toby or not Toby. Okay. Yeah, I got your name. We do a little Operino. I mean, I don't have to shock myself for this, right? A little Operino, see what we're gonna get, and then 2 Slickshots are gonna make me feel bad. Elegant Parlor. How very elegant. Didn't want a Helix. Probably mana screwed, I would imagine. Oh god. Is 20 lands too many lands? Seems like it. Okay, Pit of Offering to exile my 1 card, I guess. Spell Pierce. Ah, well, for 3 mana, I don't think I care about Spell Pierce right now. So, do we Burst Lightning to deal extra damage? Kinda have to. We got Graveyard hated on for some reason. Or I can just attack with 2. Honestly. We'll hold up Spell Pierce. Maybe we can interact with whatever they're gonna play this turn. Exclusive Nightclub. This guy's just got random lands everywhere. Are they gonna shock right now? Helix. No Helix. I get buffed this turn, but unfortunately it's kind of pointless. I draw a Stormchaser's talent. Now that's what's up. We'll go Burst Lightning his face. Six damage. It's a lot of damage. Now I have nothing. If they also have nothing, we're in the clear. They might have something. They got a kill spell. Inevitable defeat. Cool. Let's return our Burst Lightning. Instead of dealing damage, they gain life that turn. I didn't like it, but, you know, it happened. Now I have less cards in the graveyard. What are they going to do? This looks like a Mardu control so far. They have blue? They have blue. It's 4-card control. Tablet of Discovery. You get to mill a land and play it. So he'll have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 mana. Gain 2 life. Discard a card to draw 2 cards. Dude. He's popping off. I got 2 crabs. This deck is something. I have 2 instants in the graveyard, so that's not gonna help. Alright, let's go flow state. See if we can flow into lethal damage. A slight... No, I think that's lethal. GG! Lots of damage going through. Alright, our opponent is... Martinello. Oh, we don't get to go first anymore. The go first days are over. Our opponent's more aggressive than us, so they get to go first. Island. Also Stormchaser's Talon, probably. And then we'll do the same. And then, well, yeah, you just freaking stop emoting and play. Jeez. Alright. You got an annul? No, they got opt. Okay. I was gonna say, if they have an annul, I'm gonna be so salty. Salty dog. Yeah, this guy is roping the hell out of the game. Is that much of a decision? To keep to the top. I mean, is that much of a decision to keep to the top? That's gonna be too embarrassing for them. Alright, then we slick shot and we see where he goes, right? If there is it, I don't throw out the slick shot, I think we just plot. Or wait, hear me out. That's a good card. Alright, well, I'm gonna attack. I am gonna play a land, because that's happening no matter what. How we plot? 2 mana, what are you gonna do? 2 ops? They're gonna Dramatic Critique our 1/1. Cool beans. Don't want to see that, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is a Spell Elemental. Well, it dealt 0 damage. Yeah. Cool. Slight. I think it's digging for that land. Digging for that land. So he slick shot in the Boomerang. And to probably Slight. He shocks. Shocking. I get a get out. So I'll probably put this on blue. So first we get a slick shot. Do you want to counter? You got a spell snare? There's a spell snare. I can't counter that, right? So we're gonna have to let the spell snare happen. But then we boomerang this. We play it again. And then we will slight this turn. Ooh. Yeah, I don't have haste, so that's the biggest thing I gotta worry about. But without haste, I mean, I can still get there with all the burst lightnings. I do have a get out. I can get one of his bigger creatures. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. He crabs this turn. I won't be able to do it. How many does he have? A lot. That's how many he has. I'm gonna opt here. This is not playable. Not this turn. Thanks for the no lands this game. I could burst lightning. I think I should. Maximize the damage. I'm pretty sure he wants to play like a Spell Elemental card. But I need to stop his Spell Elemental card. Slight again. Alright, so this means that if he has crabs, if he doesn't have another untapped land, he cannot hold up a spell snare. He could have an untapped land. Then I don't get it. Okay, red is hilarious, which means... Oh, no, he's just going to flock me. He didn't flock me this turn? He did not flock me this turn. Funny. Okay, so I could double attack. What can he play this turn? Crabs? Gotta counter the crabs. There's a stick. Gotta counter the crabs. I think we got lethal. You gonna block? Blocks 1. 2 damage. And Prowess. Mana Screw didn't hurt us too much. We still get the lethal. GG. Martinello. Alright, our opponent is Tozon King. Tizol King? Tozon King. Yeah, opponent goes first. He's very Tizol King of us. We got more crabs. Two burst lightnings. Oh, I hope he's a creature deck. This will kill all his creatures. And then we win. If it's not a creature deck, we're going to be in trouble. And it will be an uphill battle, but an uphill battle is what we were going to have to fight a lot of times. Hilarious. Why don't you have stuff? Huh? Green deck? King Eye Curator? Alright, that's a stuff. Do we burst lightning his face? No. No. That would be extra greedy. Just get rid of that. There. Your eyes might be king and you might be curating, but we're getting rid of your stuff. Badger Moat Cub. We'll kill it. Non-land, so I can't bounce that. It's going to deal 1 damage to me. You can keep dealing that 1 damage. I don't like it, but maybe our crabs will do stuff. Especially when he's giving us the opportunity to do stuff. Enters Prepare. When this creature attacks, you control 8 or more lands. Return target card. So it's a regrowth. I don't think I'm going to counter it, so... Okay, that's a card, right? 2 mana to regrowth. I could kill this. Double burst lightning just to kill it. Fills up my graveyard. That's the most important thing. Alright, well, Stormchaser's Talent. Let me crab you. Let me crab this. You want to kill my crab this turn? You want to kill my crab this turn, don't you? Hex. Okay, not gonna kill the crabs, kill the 1/1. We made him waste his mana. Another King Eye Curator, but our crab's already out. Another land is not great. Flow State. Flow State's not bad. Right now I can do it because I have 2 sorcery and 2 instant. So if I Flow State, I get 2 cards, and I can get 1 of these out. I'm gonna go for an attack first. Takes the damage, okay. What can I Flow Stay into? Definitely a land, probably not. Don't think I need 2 lands, so... We'll get the talent. Let's see if we can tempo enough, I'm not sure. It's gonna be tricky. Professor. Is he gonna minus to kill the crabs? Yeah, minus to kill the crabs.
Your failure was certain.
So you want to exile something with the curator? We gotta kill the professor because he's going to plus life, and we can't have that. Exiles our flow state. Attacks, no blocks. He did not protect his professor. Should probably protect your professor. Just saying. Ooh, Roaring Furnace. No, GG. Didn't even let me think about which one I wanted. It's just like, oh, our opponent's playing cards, so I'm not going to play anymore. Alright, our opponent is the Vendole. Vendole Bay. We go first. That's pretty nice, but we don't have We don't have whatchamacallit. The most important card. I forgot what it's called. Stormchaser's Talent. That's the card. I mean, Boomerang Basics is nice. I don't have anything to Basics, but I still think I take that over Bounce Off. Any creature we got kill spells for. Land or Elf. There's the Stormchaser's Talent. So, let's get that out here. And then we will... Do we Impractical Joke it? Because I want instant and sorcery in the graveyard. So maybe with Burst Lining it. This way next turn we can Flow State. Alright, especially if I don't hit a land. Flow State will be pretty important. Zod's Chocobo. Alright, see? Now we might be able to blow it up. Might be. Well, let's Flow State first. 2 jokes. I don't know. Is 2 jokes really that good? Maybe it's just more card draw that's better? Yeah, it's probably card draw that's better, right? So I'm gonna joke this. He's gonna protect it. Then I will joke the next card he plays, maybe? Yeah, okay, fine. Let's put it this way. Oh, okay, no protection. That's hilarious. Take 3. Now we got a 3-mana crab. Technically a 2-mana crab, is whatever we play next turn. Badger Mode Cub. Lovely. Okay, so I would like to be able to crab this, but whatever happens, this has to go first. Gotta kill the Badger Mode. See if it's protection spell. He might have a protection. He did not use a protection spell. So I do want to crab this. But maybe... Yeah, crabbing is 5 damage on board. It's really important. Pass to draw. No pass to draw. Crab you right now. You like to have your Badger Mode Cups. I'm gonna target it anyway. He's gonna erode. Okay. Cool. So I will get a land. It's pretty nice. Force a turn out of him. He still has 3 mana though, so not the end of the world. Flow State. Second Stormchaser's Talent. We shall enter our state. State of the flow. Emeritus and crabs. Yeah, with the Boomerang Basics, the Emeritus can really easily get prepared. Now, I could easily get prepared, but it doesn't mean I get much out of being prepared. Okay, Harmonizer. Don't want to see that. How do I take a 4 damage out of the board? I won't be able to crab him if I do this, right? And I still do it. Back to your hand. You gonna block? He blocks. Cool. Still gonna opt. Gonna get prepared. I would like a land. It's Fed draw. Hey, look! Wasn't that the same card? Thoughtseize Bug in action. Lightning Bolt is a spell. So casting 3 spells is easy when it itself has a spell. He could play the My Form Harmonizer again, but, you know, I don't think he has enough time to play it and lethal us on this turn. So instead he plays a 5/6 Trample. Which, I mean, yeah, you can have a 5/6 Trample. But a 5/6 Trample is no match for a Lightning Bolt. Let's see, how do I want to do this? So if I pump these to 3, this will be 3 damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not exactly lethal, huh? I can crab? Actually, you know what? I should just crab, right? And we'll op. Maybe I draw a land here. Or maybe I don't, and I lethal him anyways. He saw all this, right? I had the crab, so well, no, he countered the other. He killed the other crab. This is a new crab. GG. Alright, our opponent is Fingalfin. Fingal. You go first. Lovely. Here is the Talon of the Chase. Tap land go. Okay, beautiful. We'll go do the Boomerang Talon. Punished. I can still play the land this turn, but if I draw another Spirebluff Canal, I got punished, right? So that's what I get. The ooze. Oh, my graveyard. Okay, well, I guess we're not crabbing them. So let us slight. Do I take another flow state? He would just exile it. I don't need a land either. Just take a flow state here. Bring him down low enough that he has to respect my board. Okay, never mind. He doesn't respect anything. Play the Slickshot Show-Off. And then we'll just light. Maybe I'll get a land. No, none of these are lands. I get a Burst Lightning so I can attack. See how he responds. Probably by exiling one of my stuff. Core. Oh, okay. Duress. Probably, maybe take the flow state. I don't know. Burst Lightning is a scarier card, but flow state allows me to keep going. I don't know which one he would take. But if he's not careful, I can probably just grab. It's probably the last card I would take here. This is not very good. You just gave me a flow state. Yeah, you gotta exile that or you give me a flow state here. But regardless, you can still do this. And flow state anyways. Furnace in the land, I guess. Unfortunately, the Furnace is not going to be able to deal damage to him, right? Bring him to 1. 1 is pretty close to dead, and I got crap, so even if he annexes here, Professor for 3 life?
It's Professor Delian fell. Thank you.
Or he can just destroy my Slickshot, I guess?
Yeah, I knew you were unprepared.
Now, here's the thing, right? You left yourself at 1. Nothing else you can do with your mana. So, if I just Stormchaser's Talent, my Burst Lightning, and Burst Lightning your face, you're dead. That's a whoops. That's a huge whoops. GG. Alright, our opponent is Hazaret 666. Is Hazaret still in standard? I don't remember. But definitely not one that people like. 2 red. I don't think I mean, 2 River Pyre Verges. I can Burst Lightning and Slickshot, but that's about it. I gotta mulligan that. Okay. We'll keep, and I'll put back maybe even a land, honestly. Like, there's a lot of lands. Let's go Slight. Okay, well, like I said, it's a lot of lands. We got a sorcery. Might be able to get an instant in the graveyard to flow state. Do I counter a creature? Probably not a creature. Badgermole. Close enough to Badgermole. This allows for a flow state. Okay, Talent and Slickshot, those are good cards. Let me get my Talent out. Here's a 1/1 Otter. It's probably Badgermole in time. Gene Pollinator, not Badgermole yet, but I'll be here. Okay, so I do want to crab this, honestly. Mockingbird. It's actually kind of funny. So, I'm going to attack first. See if he wants to block. Of course he doesn't. Okay. Interesting. Oh. I'm gonna crab out some stuff first. I missed the upkeep stop because, yeah, there's arena for you. Guess you can have another Mockingbird for 2 mana. Not gonna be the most impactful, but you can do it. Quantum Riddler draws him 1 card. I can Impractical Joke the Surak. Is it worth it though? Because I think we're racing and I don't want him to have all that mana. The Surak draws him so many cards whenever I target. So... okay. 1, 4 mana. You have 4 mana. Definitely throwing the Slickshot out this turn. And I think I'm throwing out the Opt. Okay, now the little land. Burst Lightning. Okay, that's important. So now I can Impractical Joke the Surak without feeling too bad. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 8 is not lethal, so maybe I just get around this. Alright, if I'm down 2 damage here, I miss lethal. Right, I'm not down 2 damage, I'm down 3 damage, so not a miss lethal, but definitely one that I could bring him down to 1 with. I don't know if that was worth it to bring him down to 1, because right now he doesn't have any board presence. And he's just there. GG. If I didn't miss that stop, I could have prevented a card draw with Riddler. Not too big of a deal, but still annoying. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Prowess games, how does this deck feel? Well, I gotta say, in the beginning when I was trying this deck, I was losing a lot. I mean, like a 50% win rate. I think I won a game, lost a game, won a game, lost a game. Then I figured out what to do with this deck, and I've never lost since. Now, that's probably because I got luckier towards the end. But really, it's just about trying to mulligan for Stormchaser's Talent, trying to hit your card draws, and go from there. One of the bigger traps of this deck that I noticed is the Eddymurk Crab. It seems good, and sometimes when I play it, it felt good, but a lot of times it does get stuck in my hand, especially in the early game when I don't have enough spells to kind of chain off. Then I just have a crab. Then just having a crab isn't going to be that good in your hand for 7 mana. So that is a card that I think potentially we can go lower on. Like maybe not 4 off, maybe 2 off. It might be enough just to have more burn spells in the early game, or more card draws in the early game. I don't know. But perhaps it's also going to need more interaction, like an extra burst lightning or an extra bounce off. Those are the games where I feel like I wish I had, especially against combo decks. But that's neither here nor there. Well, maybe even Spell Snare, right? Having a Spell Snare really helps for us to go quick. And then we have Roaring Furnace. This card is never performed once, but also we didn't really draw damage because it's a one-off. So I don't feel too bad about including that, nor would I feel bad about cutting it. That's really all I feel. I wish we still have the Monastery Sphere, because that would make this deck insane. But we don't. That's rotated out. So right now we have to figure out how to get the prowess work. And I mean, Stormchaser's talent definitely is making everything work. Without the talent, we're not going to get anything through for this prowess deck, which is kind of happy. I'm kind of happy about that because prowess is, or at least the Stormchaser's talent is rotating out in September, right? So we won't have this degenerate talent plus boomerang combo anymore, but we'll have something else. There'll always be something else for Izzet. Watsy loves Izzet, and it's always been the best color combo since Delver days. Actually, since Splinter Twin days in Modern, right? Ever since then, I just feel like Izzet is the premier way to play Magic. It's the red does all the damage and removal, blue does a little bit of counterspell and control, and it's just so overwhelming. And you win very early in the game. So that's what this deck does. Most of the games we were able to close out by turn 3 to 4, and even if we don't win by that point, we are pretty much on the winning track that our opponent can't get out of. Emeritus of Conflict, that's the one card that I was unsure about, but I honestly think we could run more off. I think Emeritus will benefit from being a 4 off if we were to cut the Roaring Furnace and the Eddymurk Crabs, or cut lower the amount of crabs and put more 1-drops, especially 1-drop that has sort of a cantrip ability. That combos very well with Emeritus. And if you have 1 lightning bolt plus 2 1-mana spell, you re-prepare the lightning bolt every turn. And how is any opponent going to stand up to a single lightning bolt every turn for the rest of the game in standard, no less? Now, that's not going to be easy to do, and closing out the games is very quick with Izzet Prowess, especially in that fashion. And that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.